Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Rimworld! It's been a while since we played some Rimworld, and part of the reason is this. I actually started a Let's Play of Rimworld some while ago. I recorded 4 episodes, and then discovered that my colonists couldn't mine. There was some mod compatibility issues or something like that, and I was like, I'm done, I don't want to do it. I think maybe it was a Reclaimed Fabric mod that I had to sort of install manually because I didn't have the right version of it, and Reclaimed Fabric seemed to work, but it might have broken some other things, so we'll see. Anyway, this is the mod list. I'm just gonna wait with this on the screen for a second. You can pause if you need to see the list. I'm gonna scroll down to here. I guess I can go up a little bit more. You can see that Zombieland is not enabled, neither is Smooth Stone Walls, because it's not compatible right now. But there you go. All these mods are from the Steam Workshop, so if you want to copy things, you can do that. Very much the standard set of mods that I've mostly been playing, with one new one. While you're up, one of the complaints I've often had about Rimworld is people will walk, like, across the map to do something, and then they'll walk all the way back, and in the meantime, they're, like, standing next to stuff that could have been hauled. If you're watching them, you can give them a haul command to, you know, make things more efficient, but by themselves, they won't do it. This mod, I haven't tried it yet, we're going to test it out here, is apparently, when a colonist is about to start a job, before they do that, they check to see if they're standing near something that needs to be hauled, somewhere near where they're already going, and then it will haul stuff. And if that works the way it is advertised, it will make things so much more efficient. Anyway, we're going to start a new colony over here. We'll use the standard crash landed start because it is a classic. We're going to go extreme difficulty. And I guess our seed will be Fred over here. Sure, why not? And we'll generate that. Chugga chugga chugga. So if you generate with the Fred seed as well, and with the exact same mods, then I suppose you should get exactly the same world as me. And then the question is, where are we going to settle in? I feel like I want something frigid. I feel like we haven't played somewhere particularly cold. I mean, obviously things are going to be hard enough as is with the extreme difficulty. On the other hand, what we could do is settle right in the middle, and then have more flexibility about moving, because I still haven't really done a lot of the caravan stuff, which would be nice to do at some point. See, we could do flat forest, so not much in the way of mining, probably a shortage of minerals as well. Over here, this is tundra. No trees, little vegetation. Yeah, I think that might be a little too great. I mean, we are playing on extreme difficulty, so maybe we want small hills, boreal forest, fair amount of trees, animals can graze. It's going to be cold as hell, so power will definitely be a thing. Long winters, so we'll definitely need greenhouses. You know, I think I like that. So I think that's what we're going to do. We do have to prepare carefully that we could use to tune things. I don't know. We're going hard enough that we're going to have to make sure we start with people who are somewhat competent. Pyromaniac and lazy isn't necessarily a problem here. Psychic sensitive is kind of annoying. Night Owl's not bad, actually. That injury's not too terrible. Obviously not you with your horrible stuff. Cannibal is fine. You can't fight. On the other hand, you're a great crafter. Well, we've got a couple of really good crafters all of a sudden. Psychically deaf jogger is fine, but you can't dumb labor, and that is no good. You can't a lot of things. You can't a lot of things. You can't art. That's... Oh, but you've got the artery blockage. Abrasive pessimist. No, you're going to cause way too many problems. Okay, I'm tempted... Ooh, and they have... That's dangerous to have people in a family, because then they'll get that much more broken up when stuff happens, but it might be okay. We don't have a single good shooter. Oh, you can't violent, that's right. That might be too sucky. What if we keep these and just tune a little bit? Just tune a little bit to make sure that we don't have anyone who can't violent, for example. I'm going to get rid of these injuries as well. Because I don't want people to start off with a big negative modifier from pain. We're playing on extreme difficulty. Things are going to be hard enough. That's hunting and finishing off disabled. Doctoring warning. Oh, hauling? Wait, you can't haul or anything? Oh shit, yeah, that's pretty terrible. I don't know if it matters exactly what trait we give you. Oh, you still can't. So war refugee can't violent? Hunting and finishing off disabled. Just don't want anything that's got anything disabled. I don't really care what you are. Okay, you're not incapable of anything that's good. Steadfast cannibal, sure. Hypersensitive is kind of annoying, but we'll deal with it. Psychically sensitive. Oh my god. So if we do get a psychic event, our people are going to flip out. But that'll be okay. I don't want to mess with the skill levels, but what we might do is tweak some of the passion levels for something, just to make sure we've got things dealt with. Do we have a doctor? We've got a doctor. We've got a happy cook. Construction is good. Growing, we've got at least some passion for that. No one's got any passion for mining. Well, everyone can mine. I guess that's okay. I mean, being passionate doesn't mean they can get happiness from it. We've got crafting, art, intellectual. No, we're pretty good. I'm not going to mess with the equipment. We're going to leave in the standard starting equipment. All we've done is made sure that our people are not broken going into this. We haven't tuned them to make them super powered, just making sure they're not broken for our starting 3. Whew. Let's do it. Now, I'm going to check right away to make sure that we can mine, because, yeah, I went 4 episodes into it and then found out I couldn't actually mine. That was pretty poor. So we're going to crash land, we're going to have sickness, all kinds of things. Oh, we have to name our people too. We're going to do that in just a second here. Let me actually just tab out 1 second, bring up the subscriber list so that we can start doing that. 1 second, I'll get you there. Oh my god, it's taking forever to load this. It's taking forever. Thank you. Okay, good. Back in here. So, I'm going to use the unforbid everything shortcut to just make sure that everything is unforbidden, because there tends to be stuff in the corners that I miss. You'll like notice there's a constant theme with my mods. The mods are all trying to eliminate stuff that I miss because I'm like blind about things, and also anything that might like annoy me in terms of flavor, or in terms of like UI and things, more than anything else. Okay, so we did spawn in the middle of the map. Of course, we got some muffalo. That's nice. I don't think we've got any animal skills to train them at this time, but we could hunt them. We'd have to set up a butcher shop and everything. We've got an interesting building over there. I kind of want to find out, like, right from the start if this is a problem building. If I recruit someone and send them over there, would that pop the message? It might. Who's our best shooter? I don't think we have much in the way of competence in terms of shooting, and we really don't. 3 is our best, I suppose. You actually have some passion. You know, hang on. The 3, you're going to grab the pistol. And loser, which we're going to rename you in a second here. You're going to... Where's the rifle? Hang on. Did someone already pick up the rifle? Oh, you picked it up instantly. Oh, okay. Hold on. There you go. So loser's going to take the rifle, and then Mai, who's got no combat skills either, is going to take the knife over here, and that's going to be okay. Boom, boom, boom. And in terms of work, well, let's rename these people because I don't want to keep referring to someone as loser here. Lahu is a her. So we're going to have... Oh, this is great. We're going to have Brutal Swede. Brutal Swede with the knife. Here we're going to have All Outsiders. Maybe I'll capitalize the O. All Outsiders. And finally, what the hell did you have that name? You're going to be Salira. You know what? If you don't mind, I'm going to rename you to All Outsiders. Oh, it didn't take because I clicked it wrong. Hold on a sec. All Outsiders. And I'm going to rename you here to Salira, because this is a name that ends in A, which means my brain, for whatever reason, is automatically going to refer to you as she's anyway, and you are in fact female. Okay, we have 2 females, but there you go. So Brutal Swede and Salira are female, Outsider male. There you go. It'll just make it easier, because otherwise I'll keep goofing things up. And I have no idea if Salira's male or female or whatever, but in real life, but this is going to be much better for us. Okay, so in terms of planning out our base, we don't really have a super good bottleneck, although there's something to be said about doing this right over here. You know what? That's pretty good. Now, a lot of this terrain... oh, it does actually have 100% fertility. Okay, that's actually pretty good then. Then that will, in fact, be our base. We'll put a deconstruct on there. We are going to... Well, we've got this structure here, too. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to make sure to claim this area, and we are going to build a wooden door right there, and we are going to drop some sleep spots in here, and we'll be hauling that stuff out of there, and putting a stockpile in here. That's what we're going to do. Stockpile zone, and some beds. So right away, we've got that kind of done for free, which is rather spiffy. We are going to issue some wood chopping jobs in here because we're going to need lots of wood, of course. And we are going to plan, I think, right away, this over here. Do we put a door in or not is one of the questions we will have to answer. Or do we plan on making a little bit of a trapped path? Let me just leave it open for now, because at least then we'll know that. We do have to build a giant wall over here, but that's going to be okay. Like this. And like that. And I'm going to be okay with this. I think we can just unpause. Okay, so we've got that. Let's go ahead and consider jobs that we might assign to people. So, what am I looking for? Work. Work is what I'm looking for. And I want the number thing. Is this the one? Do I have the mod that goes to 9? I do, which is annoying for some things and awesome for others. Firefighting. Is it shift left click? Patienting. That's going to be important. Doctoring with the passion there. Bed rest and haul plus. This is a mod that like adds an extra higher priority hauling job if we individually turn on some stuff. We're going to turn on flicking to the max there. Wardening is pretty important. And animal handling, if we do any, we'll use the person with the passion to do it. Negotiation, that's fine. And then after that is kind of interesting. Let's just, for whatever, we're going to turn off these crafting jobs because they'll be distracting to see them. Plant cut, which was another glitch thing with the other mod, was never working quite right. It is something that I want pretty high. Or at least I'm going to want it turned on for everyone so that we can do construction. Now, you guys both have passion for it, which is really nice. And, oh, right, that was it. Who was going to do the hunting? It was going to be the person with the one shooting skill. It's only one shooting skill, but you've got passion for it, so it's all outsiders is going to be doing the hunting for us. Right over there, yeah, with the passion tick. Although you're also the cook, which is not great. Well, I guess it's going to be... Because I want to make sure there's fresh meat, but then I do want it to be butchered and then cooked right away. And growing is a hugely high priority. Maybe something like this. We'll figure it out. Okay, anyway, you're chopping stuff down. You're building stuff over here. This has been constructed. We're going to make sure, actually, that we've got chopped over here. If there are any plants to harvest in our base, because that's not very far, we'll go ahead and put a little command for that, and that's going to be fine, too. Okay, what are you doing? You're building the wall. You're hauling wood to the wall, and you're chopping down trees, which I think is all going to be okay. We might want to get our first planting down ASAP, actually. So let's do that. Let's get, I don't think we have much in the way of growing zone. Yeah, we'll do it over here, just for now. Tell you what, we'll build a couple of small ones. The fertility here is 100%, right? Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't really matter exactly what we grow. Let's say potatoes and strawberries, because the strawberries you can eat raw without a penalty. And we'll get you over here for heal root. That's a stockpile zone, that's not what I want. Growing zone. I don't know if we have the skill for it right now. No, we don't. We'll set up anyway, because at some point we might develop the skill, and that's going to be okay. Alright, so we'll get ourselves sheltered up. Our initial little, well, they're not actual beds, but at least we've got sleep spots, so they don't need to sleep outside. I can put a dumping stockpile over here, maybe hidden behind a bit of a half wall, so that people don't make line of sight with, like, dead bodies if we end up doing that. But I don't think we need to worry about the dumping stockpile quite yet. We are being told about needing warm clothes. Now, clothes is going to be a little trick. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing I can do. Can I do cotton instead of heal root right now? Cotton, cotton, cotton. Yes, I can. Good. Let's get that started. Actually, I'm wondering... Hold on. I should plan for our greenhouse, which means a sun lamp. Which has some range. There you go. If I do that, then that part is covered. which means that our actual effective wall is going to be out to here. It's 5 from that. So 5 from that, which does this. Okay. Cancel, cancel, cancel. What I'll do is I'll just leave that. I want to do it the other way, actually. I want to leave like one bit of wall there as a reminder that something's going to get built here later on. And in terms of growing areas, are you going to merge if I do that? Here, I'll do it this way. And then down like that. And then here, and then expand. So 4 growing zones. Potatoes, strawberries, cotton, and at some point heel root, which you can't grow right now, but that's okay. There we go. We'll get that. Then we can seal all this in later on as a greenhouse. Excellent. I'm going to be pleased with that. And maybe we'll end up building another wood adjacent. It's a fair amount of growing to worry about right now, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Now, there's going to be some walking around all these walls to get places, which may or may not be ideal. But I think is fine. When we set up our management for chopping, we could set up an area over here. Like, I could preemptively set up an area over here and plan for things. So, I mean, area 1 is... going to be all of this in some way. To here. There you go. And we've got some mountains we can dig into as well. Although, the bug problem is making going into mountains so much less appealing than it used to be. Jeebus. You're dragging the survival meals in, and then you're going to go sleep. All right. Well, we've survived our first night in the Rim. That's good. Got a lot of trees to chop down. Got a lot of stuff to haul. You know, a good dumping site is probably actually going to be down here. Let's make a dumping stockpile that's like all up down there. All up down there? Sure. What's the temperature right now? It's only 6 degrees, and this is in August. That's crazy. It's going to be so cold here. We're going to use so much freaking power heating our stuff. It's going to be ridiculous. So still want to do some more hauling, which luckily is happening here pretty regularly. Hauling and planting is going to be good. Going for a bit of a walk, that's fine. I should adjust their schedule. I still like doing this as a default. It'd be nice if you could set a default schedule for things, but that's fine. Minor break risk already. What's your deal, bro? Ugly environment, awful barracks, slept in the cold and on the ground. Oh, that's right. It's actually cold enough that that's a problem this early. It's the middle of summer and people are complaining about being cold when they try to sleep. Man, that sucks. What I feel like doing is mining like smooth walls here and then building buildings against that, but that wouldn't be the most useful, well, use of our time right now. What's the right click? Mine connected ores. There we go. Handy little tool. We'll mod it in just to plan that. So we'll make a set of buildings, maybe similar size here. I mean, we could go max size. Which is what, 6 tiles from like the roof. So really you can have something that's like 13 wide. This way that's that would be 11 internal space. Since we can actually go bigger than that, can't we? Still, you know, that's fine. Does it count the first tile? 1, 2, 3, yeah. So 13, 13, 13. Do this, we'll get some bedrooms. Mental break, hiding in room. Already we're getting mental breaks. Well, that's just swell, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Brutal Swede. God damn it. Oh, no, you're Night Owl. I forgot about you. I'm terribly sorry, Night Owl. Oh, no. Brutal Swede. You're going to do that. You're going to go to bed at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm super sorry. Yeah, we'll try to get that straightened out as quickly as possible. And we need to order dump. What is it? I guess just haul things. I'm thinking dump from Dwarf Fortress. There you go. We'll get this stuff carried out of there. Get you guys some proper rooms. You won't be disturbing each other. We'll set up some vents inside of here as well, actually. Temperature, vent. Here, here, here. There we go, and we'll put a heater in one of these rooms. We might need a heater in 2, actually, but we'll see how that goes. We'll be connecting this stuff so that it's like indoors and less temperature leakage and stuff later on. But for now, the open air hallway is going to be fine. This could be turned maybe into the refrigerated cooking area or something. I don't know. We might want something else for it. We'll see how it goes. Are you just hauling? Or you're grabbing wood for construction, which is okay too. Still have wood chopping jobs here, but if we've got wood available, that's going to be okay. Got more minor break risks. Brutal Sweet is still flipping out, which is kind of getting to be a bit annoying. Be great if people could get individual bedrooms before the night, but I don't think that's going to be the case. At least tomorrow we should have the bedrooms done and actually have real true beds for them as well. So hopefully not too many people will flip out. The first attack is going to come relatively soon. It will be a naked dude with a club or something. Even on extreme difficulty, it's not too bad. The first one's, I think, guaranteed, hard-coded to be that. But then after that, there's going to be a proper attack not long afterwards, and it's going to be people armed with actual guns. What we'll want to really do is set up a bunch of sandbags over here and be ready to just shoot at them. Maybe move some of the rocks away so they can't use it as a cover against us. Brutal Sweet, how long are you going to stay flipped out, man? You're going to starve yourself to death. What the hell? Urgently hungry. Like, just chill. By the way, who is our one and only doctor here? All outsiders. Should you self-tend? We could actually just turn on some doctoring with Celera as well if you get hurt. That's probably what we'll do, because I'm willing to bet that a skill 3... I mean, because all outsiders isn't a particularly good doctor either. 6 isn't bad. I'm betting with self-tending it's pretty poor. Need defenses. Need meal source. Yes, we're working on it. Hauling wood to build more things. I mean, we've got some survival meals out there. Someone's got to haul that in. No, you know what? Forbid that. It's just going to rot before we can butcher it. Suppose I could prioritize some of these other walls. Just make sure to haul the whole thing. Please. There we go. A little bit more chopping. At least when they have to chop something for a wall, then you end up with the wood as well. And we'll be building wooden floors on all these things as well. I do believe in this version of Rimworld, they did change it so that floors are flammable. At least wooden floors are flammable. I think they made that change, which obviously is super reasonable. Totally makes sense. It was silly that, like, all floors were Okay, yeah, you got a major break risk. No kidding. At least you got the catharsis. Okay, so yeah, you're bouncing back because of the catharsis because you just flipped out. You ate a meal, and you're sleeping now, so your mood is going to improve. So at least you're not going to go and, like, start a big freaking fight all of a sudden, which would be devastatingly bad. Let's get all these walls up and the ceiling so that it counts as indoors, and then get some actual beds down for these people. Still a lot of slow movement because a lot of the hauling's in the way. Hopefully these vents don't use too much material, and we haven't, like, shot ourselves in the foot ever so slightly. I don't actually know what's involved. They think it's just steel, which isn't the end of the world. We had our first visitor, who technically has some stuff to trade. So our default is going to be to try and entertain. And bloodlust, depressive. No, we're not going to recruit you. Not with the depressive trait. But we will try to entertain people when they come and visit. We've got the hospitality mod, which I think is great. It does, in a sense, make the game easier, because it does give you more opportunities for recruiting people. But it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy the hospitality mod. I think it adds a lot more flavor to the world. Makes it feel a lot more alive. Alright, just waiting for the last few walls and the ceiling. We're not going to get the bedroom set up tonight, but that's okay. Okay, planting a little bit more. Oh, we're also harvesting a few more plants. Still had that job out a little bit, which is okay. You hauled some meals in. Brutal Swede. I'm going to force you awake right now. I'm going to get you to haul all these meals in here. There you go. Thank you. Go and grab them all. I don't want some animal to eat them, and I don't like that people are walking all the way out here for, like, a single meal. It's annoying me. I guess we've got some stored, but... Okay, having a meal. You were disturbing these guys in their sleep. That's another big thing with getting, like, the bedrooms up and running. I don't blame him for needing to stargaze. His joy is very low. Ate without table, in darkness, disturbed sleep, you see? And then the awful barracks, and you're going to go and disturb them some more by eating some more food. See? More bad thoughts happening. You're going to try to improve the faction friendship, which is okay. So, what should my faction be called? The faction, I'm going to pick another subscriber name here. Where are we in the list? This faction is going to be we're the real Slim Grady faction. And our base is syzygy, which is one of my favorite words. I mean, how many words are there with 3 Ys? Actually, honestly, are there any other words with 3 Ys? Certainly not 6-letter words with 3 Ys. Syzygy is in the alignment of 3 or more celestial bodies. So, for example, if I understand it correctly, I believe all eclipses, for example, are syzygy, because it's in alignment of the sun, the moon, and the earth. Although you don't usually apply the term to that. So more wood. This is nearly done. Nearly done. Brutal speed, having their sleep through the day. And you'll have to clear out these trees here. I'm actually, just to make sure they don't regrow either, I will actually accelerate the putting down wooden floor right there. Because those trees are definitely getting in the way. And you know what? Here too. Plus it'll cut down on the dirt. But yeah, it's a way to make sure that there's no trees over here because it keeps slowing us down. Sleeping in there. We can turn one of these into a room for visitors, actually, in the short term. It's not bad. We can alternate between prisoner room or whatever by changing the flags on the beds. Got some information about some of our mods. Great. You're doing that. We still don't have the roofs up over here. Not all the walls are done, but we're nearly there. I still won't build the beds quite yet. And maybe, you know, building the floor here isn't... Oh, crazy rabbit already. Flag you to be hunted, but get everyone back here. Kill the wabbit! Kill the wabbit! I know your shooting skills suck. At least Brutal Speed's got the knife there. Excellent. Turn that off, and because the hunting job is still on, someone should finish you. Brutal Speed. Speed. Yeah, that's Swedish. Go and melee attack that thing. And all outsiders, our doctor has gotten scratches. So we're going to go ahead and turn on doctoring for Celera, just in case. Yeah, just a bite, but it could be infected. I don't know. Should we force him to be treated? Because I don't think he's sitting because we don't actually have a dedicated medical bed. You're just watching the sunset. All right. There, Celera. Treat him. Last thing we need is someone to get an infection like this early in the game. That would be really bad. Alright, finishing some of these walls. The walls, the floor, and then if we can get that ceiling up, it's going to be great. Oh my god, construction failed. We only have construction on for people with passion for it, so I mean, you know, it should be okay. You're fully healed. Great. Okay. Bed, bed, rotate, bed, bed. We'll get there. I'm not gonna put in a request for a particular quality. Doesn't matter at this point. As long as you can build the beds without failing entirely and wasting more material and time, that would be really nice. So I would like you to prioritize that. But also the roofs, because otherwise people will be sleeping in the outdoors. And that would be unpleasant. And yeah, we'll still be flooring the internal of these rooms so that people feel that not only do not have ugly rooms, but hopefully they will in fact have nice rooms. The beds are going to be awful. Again, our crafting skills are really low right now, but it's alright, we'll get there. I mean, they're failing to construct goddamn floors. That's so bad. So yeah, for the first attack, I'm not going to worry about sandbags, but after it goes, it'll be very, very, very important. Gonna get rid of all those beds there. People want to sleep, they got to sleep in true beds now. Mostly it's going to affect Brutal Speed because it's their bedtime now. Excellent. Are they all awful? We got one poor, one normal. Oh my god, that's great. Okay. Next priority. Probably power, cooking, all that kind of jazz. So where are we going to want our power to be set up? Over here, outside. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to build the wind turbine right up against the wall here. And one solar generator as well. right over there. And we'll want some batteries. Oh, disappointed. Want some batteries, in a sense, indoors, but the important thing will simply be that they are actually under a roof so that they don't get rained on and fritz out as a result. So I'm going to force some roof building, like 2 tiles wide around stuff. It'll keep the snow off our paths as well, but it'll make it safe to put a battery, like, you know, against the wall here or something like that. So we'll get that going. People are hauling. I actually feel I'm going to do the thing where I get hauling to be a super high priority. In fact, hauling higher than constructing. Yeah. In fact, more important than cooking? No, cooking a little higher. And growing is also a 1. Yeah, because we need to make sure the plants are always established. But yeah, let's get this stuff hauled in here. Do we have mining turned on for anyone? Ooh, okay. So we have someone who's being chased by pirates. They can't dumb labor, and they're pessimists. Which we get this extra information because of the mod. I would probably have to turn down any requests from someone being chased by pirates right now anyway, even if they were like a lot more decent, because the problem is pirates are much stronger than normal attack, and I don't think we're in a position to fight off some pirates right now. So I think it was a good idea to say no. You know, tragic that they died, but this way we survive. And on that cheery note, very Rimworld-y note, we're going to put a cut in here. Hopefully, you guys are going to enjoy a brand new series of Rimworld. I'm really excited to play some Rimworld again because I think it's fantastic. Let me actually make sure I can mine here. Not assigned to mining. Oh, right. I got interrupted. What are we going to do with the mining? Doesn't have to be super high. Maybe level 2. So now if I tell you to do this, let's make sure you can actually mine this steel before we go on. Oh, come on. Oh, it's 95%. It's happening. It's happening really slowly. Hang on. Let me retune the mining priorities so that it's higher priority than other things. Are you actually successfully mining? Okay, someone else is coming to do it. Yeah, okay. This is something that was not happening before when I was getting the problem. They would not mine, and even when I forced them to do it, like, they actually couldn't progress forward. Something had been screwed up with the job completely. There was that, and, like, the priority of chopping, even when it was turned off, was completely askew. So I think we're actually okay. I think we actually do need the metal, so I'm actually not worried about forcing them to mine a little bit more as well. So, okay, we'll put a cut in here, and we'll be back next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.